Okay, guys, and welcome back to our White Tigers Rising series here with the Truro City Football Club, and we are at the start of the month of October. We've had a really good month to recap here for you. So as you can see from the table on your left, we are currently sitting in third, 23 points on 11 games, 1 point out of first, so 1 point behind Plymouth and Stevenage, and 4 goals sort of behind Plymouth for winning League Two. But we are currently sitting in an automatic promotion spot, which is exactly where we want to be. So I'm really happy with the improvements we've been able to make. When we go through the highlights, you'll see that this hasn't been our most prolific month, but our defense is really stepping it up, and as you can see, we're now the second best defense in League Two, averaging just a little underneath 1 goal a game, and that's been getting the job done in a bunch of places to allow us to pick up maximum points. So it's been a really pleasing month so far in that. I did want to show you, and I didn't carry that adjustment forward. So two adjustments that we've made, or well, 2 things we've done: 1 adjustment and 1 new player that I'll show you in a second. So after the Newcastle game, and unfortunately, and I apologize, I had a really good special analysis clip with with Paul and Ryan from FM Central on the Newcastle game. Unfortunately, the audio got all bollocksed up, so I couldn't bring it in, and I wanted to get the video out on time, so I was unable to sort of recut it with them to get it all back in. But what we did was I played the game, and then we spent a bunch of time doing some analysis, and one of the 2 pieces, and one of the biggest keys, is the limited fullback setup that we were running was forcing our fullbacks to pull too tightly in, leaving too much wide space going on. And when you combine that with the team-based marking instructions as opposed to individual player sort of targeting marking instructions, and when we get to the Newcastle game, it'll all make a lot more sense when we analyze it. We were creating way too much space and giving up way too many opportunities. So after the Newcastle game, we have shifted to supporting fullbacks in our tactics to really allow and giving them individual instructions to stay out wide. That way we're really controlling that wide space so that our center backs, who are really good at positioning themselves and marking in the box, are able to do that, and we're not leaving the wide space for pinpoint wide open crosses on that. Secondly, this is Victor Adebayaho, I guess. He's a 23-year-old Nigerian who's played at the Nigerian youth level that we brought in. So Keshi Anderson got hurt, as you'll see, for a while, and Veal was out on loan because I really wasn't seeing him playing a lot, even though he has put in some decent cup performances, but I'd like to kind of move him on in there. So this is our new man here. He's just brought in to be a deep lying forward, to kind of rotate with Anderson and kind of give us some rotational options in there. Again, I really like his physicals, teamwork, work rate, good off the ball, not the best positioner, but a good decision maker, good composure, and determination flair. Not the best concentration, so he's going to be easily distracted, but again, decent long shots, technique and finishing on there. So overall, I'm pretty pleased with the pickup. He's got 2 goals in 2 games for us as well, and you'll see that he's sort of picked up helping support when Freddie Tracy isn't scoring on there. So it's a more consistent place where goals are coming from, which this month we've needed. So on that one, guys, I will see you guys in the highlights. Okay, guys, so the first game of the month was away at St. James Park to play Exeter, and this was really one of those 1-0 games where we played really phenomenal defense, bit of a smash and grab. We countered fairly effectively, not a lot of shots, a decent efficiency, 1 goal on 2 on target. We were behind in the possession. We were outplayed, overall. But the defense really stepped up, played particularly well, and we were able to knock the goal in when we had our opportunity. This was the one where Keshi Anderson got hurt. He had a shin injury, and he was out for basically the entire month past this particular game here, which was disappointing. So Freddie Tracy scored in the 26th minute, pretty much within a lot of consistent defense from us. Again, you'll see here, good pressure. When we're on, we're able to support and supply better pressure. Here, so Kinsella picks the ball back up, and then you'll see Tracy gets ready, makes the run, and their fullback plays him onside, so the cross comes in, they miss clearing it out, Kinsella puts it in a really nice place, and Tracy's able to smash it in the back of the net. So that's it for this particular highlight, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay guys, so this one we were back home to play Wrexham, and again, this was another one of those gritty performances. We pulled out a 1-0 win. Ben Holmes with the goal, Freddie Tracy with the assist in this one. A little more disappointed in the sense that this was a lot more intense, a lot more shooting, just really bad efficiency from us, and almost from them as well in this. So 8 shots on target for us with only 1 going in, so only a 12.5% efficiency. Our conversion ratio on that one, so a little disappointed. I'm happier with that the fouling is down a lot this year, which means we're not exactly giving away as many free kicks. We do have vulnerabilities in set pieces, which comes up a little later in this month. But I think by not giving away so much of that, we're better able to not put ourselves in those vulnerable positions, give up equalizers, and get ourselves in trouble. That's that we don't necessarily need to drop. So again here, Freddie is got the ball, and you'll notice Holmes coming in. He's got his man in the wrong direction, not looking at him. He's looking at the ball. So Freddie gets around his guy, gets it in deep, and just crosses. The handoff on Holmes between the center back and the winger who's covering him is poor. They lose him, and he's able to knock it right back into the back of the net on that one. So a really nice team goal on that one. And again, we crafted an opportunity, took advantage of it, and walked away with all 3 points. And that's what we really need to be doing all season long, so that we can realize our goal of getting to League One. So that's it for this highlight. I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay guys, so this is the feature game of the month. We were away at St. James's Park to play Newcastle United in the 3rd round of the Capital One Cup. By far, probably one of the biggest games we've ever played in front of one of the biggest audiences we've ever played in front of, just a little under 15,000 people for this game. We didn't get played off the park, which is really impressive to me. As you can see, we put some shots on target. We had some shots. We managed to even out in possession. We dominated some periods of the game against them in this. So overall, we weren't as bad as the scoreline suggests. Two set pieces, and I'll show you where the analysis on the fullback issue comes into play on those. So otherwise, I'm going to get in. Let's take a look at the extended highlights of what's going on. A little analysis, and hopefully give you a little of the experience. So it was pretty cool to play, at a Premier League level stadium again. Derby was fun, but this is, a real traditional club. These guys are playing in the Champions League right now and are in the save, so overall really impressive. Again, at this point, we're on the front foot. We get a corner. I'm going to look into the corner tactic. We're not really converting much. I'm happy that we get the open play, but we're not as effective as I'd like to be on this one. So I believe here we go. So Sissoko in. We get the ball kind of headed out. Okay, so situation we got here. Sissoko's got the ball. We've got, unfortunately, Sigurdsson is the guy we have so many people marking. So Amrad gets it out there. Okay, so here's the situation. I now have, the goal scorer of Vidic here is making the run. You can see here the issue with the limited fullback. So Kenlock is pulled all the way in, and they're out here. Rodriguez is out here in all sorts of space. So if anything goes wrong, we deflect it, we don't make a clean interception, we knock the ball out, it puts it wide open out there for them to take advantage of. So we really need to address that, get our fullbacks to kind of get away from this limited duty into a more standard fullback role out wide, and force them to stay out there and mark. So fullbacks is really an issue, and it's one that we're definitely going to have to keep paying attention to. But anyway, on this one, so Vidic has got, he's making a run, his man's not even looking at him, he's flat-footed, kind of in the wrong direction, and unfortunately is going to be able to make a run. Now I'll say that right now this goal is controversial to me, so you can kind of, so I'll show you. So Carrillo's got the ball, and Vidic, you'll see, whoa, we'll rewind a little bit. So the ball's played right here, and Vidic is clearly offsides. Drawing the line in here, he's clearly offsides. Unfortunately, the linesman misses it. It goes right through, and he blasts it into the back of the net for 1-0. But you saw the weakness with the fullbacks, and we've really been trying to work on addressing that in our tactic for the remainder of the month. So we're back in here again. A corner, putting an opportunity. Unfortunately, our guy's own head gets in the way, so doesn't really do anything useful for us on that one. There you go again. Rodriguez is in wide space. The center backs come up huge, but he was all by himself out there in wide space, and we really need to stop that because better teams will take advantage of that on us. So we're back out. Again, we were able to move the ball, so it wasn't a complete, sort of one-sided put our sit in the shell. Tracy gets here with a good opportunity, and unfortunately he's just offside in there. So I was happy that we were able to play some measure of our own game out there. Unfortunately, we just couldn't convert it into anything. I mean, I didn't have much expectation for this, so I'm pleased that we were able to get it in. Unfortunately, Tracy's going to get in there, attempt to put a cross in, but there's no support. Again here, dead ball situation. As you'll see, Mbemba's the guy who's going to score the goal. We got two guys marking who aren't even paying any attention to him. These guys are all unmarked. A third guy who's stopped paying attention to what's going on. Sigurdsson's going to play in, so at this point we now have two guys who aren't paying any attention and one guy who's caught a bit flat-footed, and unfortunately the quality gap, he goes to make a play on the ball, misses. Mbemba's through all by himself and just smashes it into the back of the net, and that's two on there. So I'm okay that they beat us on a set piece, being that they should be better at leveraging those opportunities, and we really didn't get beaten from open play. But then again, still disappointed to have given up the second goal on there. Again, here's another one. So dead ball situation. Runs out there. Here's the fullback, who's playing as a limited fullback, has just left him alone in all kinds of space. So now he's wide open, with all the time in the world to make a cross, and does it. And Carrillo's just right there. There's really no stopping him at that point. So that ended the scoring on there. So it was quiet for the rest of the game, but we still played hard. I think we still threatened in the second half of the game. We just weren't able to do anything about it. But changing how our fullbacks played, especially in the defensive phase of the game, is really a top priority for us now. Again, you can see right there, Amrad's out wide. There's nobody out there covering him. He's in a tremendous amount of space. Great save from the keeper there, but just in a tremendous amount of space by himself out there. Over the top, but we're able to handle that nicely. Unable to, sort of clear our lines. Better defense there, but still under some pressure. And we managed to get it at least back out from the danger zone and clear. Another dead ball situation. Unfortunately, they can't get the header to threaten us. We were able to move the ball and exploit them. Okay, stupid move from Tracy there, shooting right into the guy, but at least, we got the ball, got into some space. which at least we were able to do semi-consistently. So I was pleased about that. Again, Tracy gets in there, forcing a save from the keeper. Threatening from dead ball situations. Get it out wide, gets the cross in, but unfortunately just can't get on the end of it there. So we did threaten. So full time on that one, guys. Now it's 3-0 to Newcastle United in there, but a really, really great performance from the team otherwise. So I'll see you guys in the next highlight. Okay, guys, so the next one was a league game away on the road against Rochdale. We drew 1-1. We were lucky to get the draw. We really battled back. It was a good opportunity on the counter where we did manage to claw one back in there. But again, we had one shot on target and we made it count in this one. I'm disappointed. We had 9 shots overall. We just couldn't put much on target or get much going in this particular game. So they opened the scoring up here in the 43rd minute. We're struggling a little bit with tactical familiarity with getting things out, but as you can see, he gets closed down in space pretty quickly. But unfortunately, on the other side, Thompson's left uncovered by his man, and manages to bury that one in the back of the net, even though Cornell got a hand on it. But Victor in his debut for the club finds Kinsella, who gets around, finds him right back, and manages to score on his debut on the road, which is always a really fantastic thing. Great motion, great movement, great ball movement from the team on that one. So I'm really happy that Victor has fallen into the squad solidly and helping score some goals in there, which is always a good thing. So that's it for this one, and I'll see you guys in the last highlight of this episode. Okay, guys, the last highlight of this episode was a home game against Cambridge United, and this was a much more open game. We really did dominate it, although we were countered on quite a bit, and that's something I'm also trying to figure out how to do. Is we're not very comfortable playing in control, but I think for at least home games, I'd like to start trying to introduce that element into things, because we do get countered on a bit, and even if we're countering, counters on counters, you sort of get into a leveling argument about or with yourself on how effective all of that is on it. So I'm trying to look at a more control-based tactical adjustment for home, but it's not quite there yet. But Victor Adebayo is the lone goal scorer here in the 23rd minute off. So when Freddie can't score, we get a decent cross. Holmes finds him, puts it into no man land, and Victor was at least there to clean things up. So that's 2 goals in 2 games for us on this one. So I've been really, really happy with him as an acquisition, and I think it's going to take some pressure off of Keshi Anderson and give us some rotational options as injuries come in. So that's it for this for the highlights for this month, and I'll see you guys in the wrap up. Okay, guys, so this month coming up, we've got another 5 important games that'll land us just before the FA Cup first round. So we're going away on the road to play Yeovil, who are 21st in the league. Unfortunately, we lost to them in the Johnson's Paint Trophy. So we're looking for some measure of revenge on the road there for that one. We then play mid-table Notts County, another game where I think we should be winning. And then we go to mid-table Portsmouth, which will be a first time to see us. They're a newly relegated team from League One. I expect it to be tough, but I think we could pull points away on the road. And then mid-table team Barrow. Again, I think there's points on the available to us on the road. And then Bristol Rovers, who we nudged out of the promotion playoff picture last year, as they sit in 9th this year. So we'll go on the road and play them again. I think it's something we can nick points off. So a tough month. I think we're looking at 6 to 7 points as being a pretty good showing. Anything more than that, we get 9, 10, 12 points out of this month. I think we would be really pleased to keep that level going on. If we can kind of keep that particular performance level up, but otherwise we're playing really well. We're in the right place at the right points in time now, so hopefully we can keep this one going for another month. So until next time, guys, remember, if you like what we're going on, please smash the like button on this. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content from me, and also check out the links to my entire White Tigers Rising series, as well as Paul's Creating a Legacy series with FC United of Manchester, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye now.